Yo, shout out to a platform called Boxing Now. They did a terrific interview with Andy Lee. It's short but sweet, right to the point. I believe the young lady that did the interview, her name is Georgia, so shout out to her. And Andy Lee was pulling no punches. Georgia asked him, what happens if this fight goes to the later rounds with, he's talking about Joseph Parker versus Fabio Wardley. He said, I don't believe it's going to the later rounds. He said, probably 2 rounds. And then he changed it, act like he was playing. But he's saying, both these guys can punch. So he doesn't believe it's going to the later rounds. And I really don't either. Both these guys are very dangerous. Joseph Parker's punching power is underrated. And we know Fabio Wardley, man. He's like hitting like a light-skinned version of Deontay Wilder. Little better skills than Wilder, though. But something that really got my attention that Andy Lee said when asked about a potential future fight with Daniel Dubois, he's like, nah, we're not interested. We know what he did, pulling out 2 days before the fight. And he said they treated Joseph like he was nothing. He said if he wants to fight Joseph Parker, let him crawl his way back up. Crawl his way up to Joseph Parker. I was like, fighting words from Andy Lee. Andy Lee's one of the most respected trainers in boxing. Great career. What a puncher. Worked with Emmanuel Stewart at the Kronk Gym. So Joseph Parker's getting all that knowledge handed down from Emmanuel Stewart and the Kronk. So Fabio Wardley, limited boxing skill, limited amateur career. Ben Davison, limited knowledge of boxing. I got Joseph Parker huge in this. I think Wardley was probably softened up in his last fight as well. I think you'll see the difference in levels in this. I think Wardley's only shot is a haymaker. But even if he knocks Joseph down, I can't see him staying down. I just don't see it. Andy Lee was pulling no punches, though, man. And I didn't know he was training Ben Whitaker. He said he was there for Ben Whitaker's fight. This Joseph Parker fight is coming up, though. I got Joseph Parker in 7. Joseph Parker TKO 7. I think he'll set Wardley up with something. And Parker's the heavier guy. I think Wardley's maybe an inch or 2 taller. That's not going to matter. But I think Parker is going to sit down on his punches and show Wardley what it feels like to get hit by a man his size that can actually punch. Frazier Clark was a big guy, but he doesn't have the same punching power as Joseph Parker, in my opinion. Who do you guys like in this fight? Are you excited about it? I am. I'm about to watch Wardley train. I just saw Joseph Parker training. I want to see what Wardley looks like. And I don't, I'm not going to change my opinion no matter what he looks like. I still think the boxing IQ of Andy Lee versus Ben Davison is astronomical, to say the least. Let me say it again. Astronomical. Anyway, it's the J. Roos Theory, Cash App, $JRoos33, channel number 2 in WJ, the Instagram, the J. Roos Theory. If you want to become a member, beat down that join button below. You got bronze, silver, and gold, different perks. You get videos that I don't show the public, and nothing crazy. Don't be thinking no OnlyFans garbage. But, just different, more range of topics, and that on my NWJ channel too. So check that out. LSR forever and be fearless. Yay, yay.